Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to put a 300cc bottle onto your Edgun Leshiy tank, and we're going to remove the auxiliary tank. The first step you're going to do is going to be to drain the tank. That's going to be located right at the knuckle of the valve assembly. Okay, so now that all the air is out of the air chamber, what we're going to do is we're going to place a fill probe into the fill port to make sure that this valve and the M18 thread does not spin. You're going to now take your 4mm hex wrench and you're going to release the brace. You can place that off to the side. And now you're going to simply just unscrew your assembly. Now, you may or may not have your assembly come out all in one piece. And if it doesn't, you're going to take a secondary wrench here. If your assembly comes out all in one piece, you're good to go, and you can go ahead and just screw your bottle on. If it doesn't, it may look like this. When you unscrew your air tube, the air tube coupling may remain on the M18 threads here. This is okay if it does. As you see those two little flat spots right there, what you're going to do is take your open-end adjustable wrench, put them on that flat spot, crack it loose, and go ahead and take your air tube coupling off. Then you can reinsert it into the air tube for safekeeping to protect the threads. And put it aside, you'll no longer need it. This little screw right here is how you adjust your airflow. So if you want it to fill faster, you can back out the screw just a little bit. If it's filling too fast, you can close the screw off a little bit. So now we're moving on. We're going to go ahead and put our bottle on. So your bottle is going to come with a thread protector. You can go ahead and take that thread protector off. Ensure that your O-ring is still seated at the bottom of the M18 thread. You're going to line up the threads very carefully, ensuring that you're not going to cross-thread anything. Okay, and now you're just going to put it nice and hand tight. Now, I left out one little piece here. Remember, you had this fill probe in here this whole time. The reason why you're going to have this fill probe in here this whole time is when this system is not under pressure, this air chuck here can actually spin inside the stock, and then you won't be able to get the air tube in. The worst part is sometimes you get it spun just enough where it grabs the fill probe and you cannot get it out under pressure because it's spun just a little tiny bit. So we want to make sure that you check both sides before you fill it with air, that your fill probe goes in nice and smooth. Once you've checked both sides, you then make sure that your drain plug is closed. And how tight you do it, just snug. There's a ball that sits underneath here. It's not about how hard you push it down. It sits on a little cup, and you don't want to flatten that cup out or you're going to have to fix that. So just tighten it a little bit till it stops leaking, and you don't have to really wrench it down, no pun intended. So now that your fill assembly is there, you can go ahead and put your Foster fitting, or however you fill your gun, and you can fill it up and enjoy a much larger shot count. All right, so if you have any questions, as always, hit me up on sales@EdgunWest, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and now on to the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.